Juan. It's been about almost 2 weeks since that CONCACAF victory, and as we head into a weekend with a pretty massive matchup.
Yeah, obviously, at the moment we are very, very happy with our last trophy. I think it was a historic moment for us as a club, for the CONCACAF itself, for the women's game in this part of the world, and we're very happy that it was Gotham name written on that trophy. It took a lot of effort. The players were fantastic, not only this year but also the last season to get to this point, and I think it was a big target for us as a club from last season because we knew the on the back of it was not only the writing history but also the chance to be part of history in the future with those two spots in the future World Cups of clubs that are gonna happen. So extremely happy, extremely proud of players and staff and the effort that everyone is done. But at the same time, obviously, our attention turned really quick now into this KC game, a home again finally with our fans, and really looking forward to it. No.
All right, we'll start off with Jenna. If you'd like to unmute yourself, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach, as always, for taking the time. Gotta ask, we saw some footage of Rose at training. She was on CBS saying she might be back soon. Any chance she might be available for selections weekends?
Yeah, but finally we are hopeful if all goes well between today and tomorrow that all the hard work that she's put in with the medical team, the high performance team, the coaches, everyone is been amazing, but especially her. We're hopeful that in some sort of capacity we could see her finally with her teammates where she belongs, doing what she loves, which is playing for the team, playing for Gotham in front of our fans. So hopefully all goes well between now and then, and we can finally see such a special person and player back with the team in some way. No.
Thank you, Jenna. We'll hand off to Sean.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with us today. Coming off the big win of the Queens of CONCACAF, how does your approach, your coaching philosophy, preparation for this next game alter from what it was for the tournament? It's not a win or go home type situation.
Yeah, well, at least I think the way we work is for us is almost always every game like if you don't win, you're out. Like we have that winning mentality here at Gotham. Every time we step onto a football pitch, we want to win. Obviously, the competition in Mexico was different. Obviously, with the extra time, with different oppositions to the NWSL, different challenges, different weather conditions. But at the end of the day, it's another football game where we want to be Gotham and we want to entertain our fans and enjoy the game, playing it, and get the 3 points. Obviously, taking or paying extra attention, we can ignore the fact that they're at the moment top of the table in their own right. They've been the best team this year so far. So we need to make sure, hopefully, that we stop that run and that we can get 3 points out of them. No.
Thank you, Sean. We'll hand it over to Jason.
Oh, hi, Juan Carlos. Thank you for speaking with us today. I wanted to ask a little. I asked something similar of Ella. Just getting your perspective on the differences in the challenge of playing those CONCACAF games as opposed to NWSL. What were maybe not surprises, is maybe not the word I'm looking for, but what were some challenges that you just had to deal with that aren't normally in place when you play the week-to-week rhythm of NWSL play?
Yeah, well, I think there was on the obviously we spoke, no, the weather conditions, the environment, especially in the final where we have thousands of people going against us in an away stadium. With I think if you guys had the chance to watch on the tele or be there live, the environment was amazing. It was really special. So those things are already something on the outside that can influence the game. I think in America has some very special players now with Jackie Ovalle, Jenny Hermoso, then Vic Atlanta, like some of the best players, not only in the country, but in the world, at least under my point of view. They presented something, a little bit different with a low block of 5-4-1, which is something that we don't see very often here in the NWSL. So that was a little bit of a different challenge. Also, Club America presented like they really changed their structure on the defending. They do a very aggressive high press with some situations as well different in the block. Like I think every game is a different challenge. Sometimes in the NWSL, for obvious reasons, now we are 14 teams now. We're always playing, kind of against the same teams. I think when you go away and play against foreign teams, obviously you have different challenges and different schools of play and different refereeing. There's a lot of different conditions, but I think the club really. From last year when we went into the Women's Cup in Colombia, we've been preparing for it. Like we took really seriously this competition. I think we had maybe a little bit of a wider vision as a club of what this competition could bring for us, not only in the short term but in the long term. And we did a lot of preparation to make sure that we were prepared to win it, and luckily it paid off. No,
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Jason. Sean, do you have any other questions? I see your hand still raised.
Yes.
Go for it.
Jenna also has
Yeah.
the
Don't worry,
So-
I'm gonna next.
7 of your players were put onto the best 11 coming out of the tournament. So now, just to throw a question at you that kind of intrigued me, how confident would you be playing with those 7, the minimum you can play soccer in, but with the goalkeeper, of course? So how confident would you be just with your 7 that were selected with the goalkeeper to go into a competition?
But you mean like to play just with them against 11 players?
Right. Well, 7's the minimum players you may play
Yeah.
on the field. Injuries, red cards, whatever. So I'm just throwing it out there because that is the minimum. How would you
Yeah.
feel?
Hombre,
Nervous about the numbers, of course.
I would feel that it's a little bit of a disadvantage if the other team has 11, no? Like I would like to use some of the other, 4 players that probably deserve to be in the 11 and maybe, weren't there for different reasons, no?
They were red carded.
They were if they are
You don't have them as a
then it's
selection. These
different
7 and a
scenario.
goalkeeper.
Different
How are you
scenario,
feeling?
but yeah, I will be very confident. Like I really trust on my players. If sometimes that comes to be the situation that happens, and we've done that in the past with 10, never with 7. So I have not been exposed to that situation, but. I don't know if we will be able to win, but what I will be pretty sure is that they will be 200%, to be the best they can be for Gotham. Look for no excuses, giving themselves till the end for the club, for the fans to try to win the game. And who knows? I think Esther is on those 7, so maybe if we can create a chance for her in the box, then we can maybe win the game.
Thank you for humoring me.
Thank you.
All right, Jenna, you're up.
Thank you. Two easier ones than Sean's. This weekend is the team's pride match, and I'm just wondering for you as a coach how important that is to have the celebration not just for the players on your team but also the fans and have that yearly acknowledgement of pride.
Yeah, for us, I think it's always a very special game. We are a club that we really take pride of representing our community, our city, our country, and especially with the pride. I think it's a game that really reflects what is the women's game, what the women's soccer, which is a very inclusive environment where everyone can be themselves and live the life they want to live. I think it's very important for us to represent those values on the pitch, and for us it's always a very special game. I think it's something that from my time really in England, where we started also doing these things, I think this celebration with the pride, I think it's always a very special game because, as I said, no, I think that we represent at the end of the day, no disrespect to our own job, but this is football. It's a fun game. It's for people to enjoy, for people to come in to watch what these fantastic athletes do. But life is a lot wider than that. Like life is about the day to day, and I think it's very important in this country and in the world that everyone can be whoever they want to be. So for us representing the pride, and it's very, very important. And I think also when you look a little bit at the story of how the pride became, or is what it is, no, the flag that covered New York some years ago, I think it was a governor, or correct me if I am wrong, like it was somebody from New York that actually started the pride movement some years ago. I think his name was James. It's something that we really take with a special pride in New York.
And speaking of celebrations, I know you had a birthday, so just wondering, if what you were able to do to celebrate and maybe take some time away from from the pitch and celebrate with your family.
Yeah, we had training on that day. I don't know who made the schedule, but so yeah, I think that was me. No, yeah, very special. I think the staff, the players were fantastic. We really enjoyed a little bit of the day here together. We always, it's not only me the one that is his birthday during the year. A lot of us has been having the birthday here with kind of our second family. A lot of people that is not from here, that they're not as lucky as I am to have the family close. So we try to always make it a little bit special for that people. They did that for me, and I told them I really enjoyed the day, even if it was at work, and then I had some time with my family later on at night. So yeah,
Awesome. Well, happy birthday and best of luck this weekend.
thank you.
All right, and we'll wrap with Louise.
Buenas tardes, coach. Primero que todo, felicidades, ¿verdad? Feliz cumpleaños.
Thank you.
También felicidades por el logro. ¿Cómo vives tú y cómo vive el equipo esta temporada logrando el objetivo más importante, ¿no? No dejando fuera la liga, pero pues era el compromiso más importante que tienen esta temporada, ganar la Champions Cup.
Bueno, al final marcamos unos objetivos al principio de temporada, ¿no? Donde en esta primera parte de la temporada, evidentemente, será uno de nuestros grandes objetivos, porque era el trofeo que podíamos ganar ahora. Entonces, evidentemente, conseguirlo también te hace reconocer que todo el trabajo que has estado haciendo, pues da sus frutos. Pero en el fútbol ya sabemos que no tiene memoria, y ya estamos también con otro de nuestros objetivos, que era llegar a este break en una posición buena en la liga. En este momento pues no es la mejor, queremos mejorar eso evidentemente, y para eso sabemos que no solo este partido de Kansas, pero luego Utah y Bay van a ser fundamentales, porque queremos ir a este break en una buena posición, y creo que este partido contra Kansas también puede ser importante para ello, claro.
También preguntarte sobre el grupo. Ya oficialmente pues se saben los dos grupos, ¿no? Donde van a competir. O sea, ¿qué me puedes hablar del grupo? Básicamente, si no me equivoco, tiene la Spirit también con ustedes ahí. ¿Qué me puedes comentar del grupo que les tocó?
Bueno, pues evidentemente Washington, que es un team que, perdona que te hablaba en inglés, es un equipo que conocemos bien. Ahora también pues un poco el cambio continuista que van a tener, ¿no? Con Jonathan yendo hacia Lyon, y Adrián finalmente cogiendo el equipo. Creo que un equipo que conocemos bien, que nos va a plantear un reto muy grande. Luego Rayadas, acabamos de estar también entrenando en sus instalaciones allí, se han portado fantástico con nosotros. Un club que ya tuvimos la oportunidad de enfrentarnos el año pasado, muy, muy complicado. Y luego, bueno, pues a lo mejor los otros dos equipos, ¿no? Un poco más desconocidos para nosotros. Creo que el viaje a El Salvador para jugar con Chorrillo puede ser muy interesante si al final viajamos allí. Y luego, evidentemente, Vancouver Rise. Para nosotros es siempre positivo, ¿no? El poder enfrentarnos a equipos extranjeros. Creo que siempre es algo interesante, algo que queremos hacer en la mayor medida, para seguir dando a conocer a Gotham lo que hacemos aquí, y esperemos que podamos pasar de nuevo a esas semifinales el año que viene, ¿no?